Hello grade 8 students. Today we will be learning our science chapter number 4, that is materials, metals and non-metals. As you all know, we all are surrounded by materials in our environment. Now these materials will be grouped broadly into two, that is metals and non-metals. One more group we can say is a metalloid. Now this metalloids, do you know what are metalloids? No. So metalloids are the materials which shows the properties of both metals and non-metals. Now these materials or substances which we are surrounded by are made up of elements, and elements are made up of atoms. So we can say that atom is the smallest unit of an element or of any material, right? So atom is the smallest unit of any materials that we are coming across in our day-to-day life, at our home, at school, at playground, or anywhere we go. We are surrounded by metals and non-metals. Now this we are going to study in this chapter about the physical and chemical properties of all these metals as well as non-metals, right? So you can say that naturally occurring elements, whether a metal or non-metal, but those elements which are occurring in nature are just about 92, right? There are just about 92 materials which are occurring, 92 elements which are occurring in nature. Now these elements undergo physical and chemical changes, and these thousands and lakhs of materials are formed just from these 92 elements. They combine with different elements through chemical reaction, through physical reactions, right? Physical properties will change and so many materials will be formed. Out of this 92, most of the materials are metals. You can say out of this 92 naturally occurring elements, just about 20 are non-metals. All the remaining are metals. So we are going to first of all see the properties of metals which we come across in our day-to-day life. So what are metals? How can we identify a metal? We can differentiate a metal from a non-metal. That we can come across, that we are like, how can we get whether this material is a metal or non-metal? That we can identify through its physical properties. So first of all we will be learning about physical properties of metals. The first property is it is lustrous. Metals are lustrous. Now what do you mean by luster? Luster means shine. It has its own metallic shine on its surface. So metals are lustrous. This is the first property of metal. Then the second one is malleability. Now do you know what is malleability? Malleability means it is the property of metal by which it can be beaten into thin sheets. You can make thin sheets of a metal. That is called malleability. For example, have you all seen aluminium foil? Aluminium foil, your mother gives you your lunch packed in it, right? She packs chapatis in the aluminium foil, right? So this is made from aluminium. Aluminium is been beaten into this much thin paper sort of sheets, right? So this property is known as malleability, and you will not be able to malleable a non-metal. A non-metal cannot be malleable. So it is the property of a metal, that is malleability. Then the third property is ductility. Now what do you mean by ductility? Ductility means you can draw wire from a metal. Wires can be drawn from a metal. You can make wires from copper, iron, right, etc. Aluminium. All these metals can be drawn into thin wires also. Very thin wires. Have you seen our electrical wires? Right? You have, if you have drawn it from the black colored insulators. जो भी हमारे घर पे वायर होते हैं उसके बाहर की साइड इंसुलेटर्स होते हैं, ब्लैक और वाइट और मे बी एनी अदर कलर, ग्रीन, रेड, येलो, but inside it there are very very thin copper wires, right? So that is the property of a metal, that they can be drawn into wires, and this property is known as ductility. Now the fourth property is conduction. Metals are good conductors of heat as well as electricity, right? They are good conductors of heat as well as electricity. Electricity and heat both can be transferred from them. So they are having this property of conduction of heat as well as electricity. Then the next property is sonorous. Now, do you know what is the meaning of sonorous? Sonorous means they produce ringing sound. When you hit any metal, they will produce a ringing sound, right? So that is called sonorous. Next property of metal is they are generally solid in shape, solid in their state, right? All the metals except mercury. Mercury is the only metal which is at liquid state at room temperature. We found mercury as in liquid state at room temperature. Other all the metals are solid at room temperature. Okay. And last but not the least, its property is metals are hard. But here also we have exceptions like sodium and potassium. These two metals are very very soft. We can cut it with a knife also, right? So there is an exceptional in this property also, like sodium and potassium. These two metals are soft in nature. So we can say the properties of metals are they are hard, they are solid in shapes, they are sonorous, they are good conductors of heat and electricity, they are ductile, they are malleable, and they are lustrous. So these are the physical properties of metals, right? These are the physical properties of metals. Now if you go for the physical properties of non-metals, it will be just opposite to this property. They are not lustrous, they are not malleable. Like if you try to malleable it into thin sheets, they will break into powder. They will break down into powder. For example, lead, pencil lead. If you try to make sheets of it, is it possible? No. It will break down into powder. Then they are not ductile, they are not good conductors, they are not sonorous, and even they are not hard. They are soft and dull. They do not have their own shine. They are not lustrous, right? So the properties of non-metals are just opposite to that of metals. Okay, now the examples of metals and non-metals, we will be seeing it. Metals examples are iron, copper, aluminium, sodium, potassium, mercury, right? All those are examples of metals, and those of non-metals, it is phosphorus, sulfur, carbon, oxygen, right? So this all are the examples of non-metals. Now we will be coming across the chemical properties of non-metals. but that we will be learning in the next part of our video.